July 14th, and I'm going to try to give a quick look at what's happening here in the Griffith Homestead garden. As you see, I got a nice little bunch of cucumbers out of there, and these are some Cherokee purple tomatoes. Not quite as large as I would like, but they're good looking either way. That's what I got this morning. I've got a few more that are on the way to being ripe, and I am going to see if I can pause this recording because I see a stink bug and I need both hands for that. Okay, that's one less stink bug in the garden. Yeah, it's a lot easier if I sneak up on them with both hands instead of just one like I tried yesterday. Anyway, you can see I've got a bunch of cucumbers still forming. I'm going to leave that on there for, well, actually, let me take a look at this thing. I might go ahead and pick that anyway. I got a bunch of them forming out here, and on the other plants also. In case you hadn't caught it before, it's a variety called Boston. It's a very prolific variety, and it's an heirloom variety. This guy came up and over, and I hope I didn't bend it too sharply, but hold on a second here. There we go, let the slack on. Let's put some slack on that one. Anyway, yeah, I had to bend it on around this way because it was going off that way. This guy, looking good. Actually, there's two of them here and two of them on the other one. And this one, I might come back and pick that one. We'll see. Anyway, the sweet peppers, the Jimmy Nardellos, are doing well. The peppers on them are growing very nicely, and I've got some additional ones forming right here. Whoops. Right here I've got one that's going to be forming a pepper, and a few more that are in there. These are also relatively prolific plants. They are not as, they don't produce quite as much as the poblano peppers do, but they do well. Cantaloupe. Alright, I had this little cage. I've moved it a little bit since this morning. Something has gotten underneath this little cage that I had on here and has nibbled away, ate this leaf here, but it also got in there and ate several spots where I had little baby cantaloupe starting to form. So whatever it is could crawl underneath this. I lowered this down some. But whatever it is was crawling underneath it. So either it is a much smaller creature than a rabbit, or the rabbit squashed itself down, or it's a bug of some sort. I have no idea. I still have that one. I think that one's gonna, let's see here. That one has the potential of becoming a cantaloupe, except that it looks kind of yellow, which means it might not have gotten pollinated. There's one right there, and if that gets pollinated correctly, it will be a cantaloupe. This plant is looking very happy. Nothing's been chewing on this, knock on wood. I'm hoping that this one is going to be safe for the weekend. This one's doing all right. This one over here is doing well. I cleared some additional area this morning. I used just about all of the remaining wheat straw and cleared, well, anything that's light there, that's the original stuff, just in that center. So around there where it's all darker, it's the new stuff. Let's see here. It's kind of interesting, this wheat straw. I've seen some sprouts in there. But of course, I don't want wheatgrass growing out here, so anyway, that one, this one is coming back now that it's in a cage. I'll move that cage over a little bit. There's some new growth on there, very nice. There. This one, it looks like it's got new growth on it, so it just might make it. This plant does not look happy. It's one of the original dozen. As I said earlier, there's only 3 left of the original dozen. The other one is over here, and it has some new growth on it, so I believe it's going to make it. I think that was it. Wait a second. No, excuse me. This is it. See how gangly this thing is. But it also has some new growth, so yeah, this one was one of the replacement plants that got nipped off, but as you can see, it's coming back. This one got nipped off the other night, and I don't know if it's going to make it or not. Doesn't look happy. Same with this one. Got nipped off a couple nights ago. This one is currently being protected and is happy. So that's what's going on with the cantaloupe. Right, I've been videoing for over 6 minutes already. The Cherokee purple tomatoes. The plants themselves look very happy, and that's where I picked all these tomatoes from this morning. Plants look pretty happy. They're a little gangly. They also are not producing quite as much, but I've never seen, I don't know that Cherokee purples really produce a lot. What I'm concerned about, however, is that a lot of these blooms that are forming are just shriveling away. There and there. And looks like that one. So I don't know what's going on with those. And I now notice that we have some leaves eaten away. So we probably have a tomato worm on here somewhere, because those have been eaten away much too precisely. Thing is, these things are very well camouflaged. Let's see, I'll get that dead leaf off of there. Let's see if we can find it. Unless it was a grasshopper, but I don't think that's work of a grasshopper. These tomato caterpillars, tomato hornworms, they are green. They almost perfectly match the color of the plant. I do not see it anywhere. They like to hide underneath the leaves to rest, and I don't see it. And of course, with this color of soil, I can't tell if there are droppings down there, because that's a telltale sign. Alright, well, I'll have to keep an eye on that. The poblano peppers. Let's see what's happening with the... Oh my! Something has eaten. This was one of the replacement plants, I believe. And it has been chomped right off. Okay. So there is something definitely hiding in here, still eating stuff. I've been wanting to get a trail camera or something in here to try to catch it in action, find out exactly what it is, so I know what to watch for instead of trap for. And I'm still suspecting rabbits, because I've seen rabbits in here before. Let's get this back away from there. And that was a good-sized plant, too. And that's one of the other replacement plants there. There were 2 of them. And so far, that one's doing all right. Whatever it is likes the poblano pepper plants, because it's been pretty consistent eating those. And I've done a pretty thorough search of the garden. I've gone through there. I've looked underneath here. I'm going to look under here again, since I'm right here. And I have not seen any culprits. Oh, wait a second here. Let's take a look at this really neat dragonfly here. Trying to see it in the... There it is, right there. And that's zoomed in maximum, I think. Alright, anyway. Sneak under here. And I don't see any critters, any bunnies or anything hiding under there. So, I just don't know. Alright, let's make our way back over here. I don't think I took a look at the mortgage lister tomatoes yet. I want to know if anyone can recognize what is causing these leaves to get these speckles on them and turn brown and yellow. Mostly turn yellow and then they start turning brown. But it starts at the ground and works its way up. And I want to know what it is because I've had this problem before. I had the problem last year. And I don't know if it's something in the soil. I don't know if it's a virus or if it's a fungus or what it is. So if anyone knows what this is, please tell me. Maybe I'll take it over to the farmer's market and see if someone there can tell me. This plant, there we go. Get this guy up here. And by the way, when I break those things off, I try not to handle any other tomato plants. But, you know, it's easy to lose track of what's going on. I probably need to clean my gloves. And I probably need to clean my pruning shear, too. Well, that's pretty much it. Oh, the zucchini. Didn't look at the zucchini. I know I've got zucchini vine borers in most, if not all, of my plants. However, this is interesting. I've got the vine borer going through here, but I've got new growth here. So what I think I'm going to do is cut this portion off completely and let that come in. I kind of like that idea because then it gives you a fresh start, because the borer is not down in this bottom part here, it's all up here. I'm going to cut it off right above that new growth and take that thing out of here. My yard waste bin is out front because I was trimming bushes and stuff, but see, you can see what kind of damage has been done here, and see it burrows in and then it works its way towards the end. Well, the good news is probably whatever it is still in here and is not gotten into there. So that's going to come out of here. This one I can't do that with because the whole plant is affected. Now I saw a zucchini starting to form in there. Yeah, there's one. Hold on, let me get these out of the way here. You see the... Oh, come on. Alright, you can probably see the shape of it right there. It's got a blossom at the end of it, but it's a kind of a thick, rounded stem. That is a future zucchini. And I believe I have one on the plant over there too. But I want to get this out of the garden while I can. And that plant right there, I think I'm going to pull out and plant a new one, because not only has it been struggling, but it also appears to have borers in it. So that's going to come out of there. Anyway, oh my goodness, it's almost 15 minutes. I think I've been rattling on long enough for what's been going on out here in the garden. I'll drop this over here away from the garden until I can get it in the yard waste bin. And I will wish you all a great day and a nice weekend. And Shabbat starts tonight, so no video, of course, tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.